the laws of the Republic, the facts of the cases that you placed before us, and the evidence in the rebuttal. We know that, and we have repeatedly said this, the President and I, whenever we have had time to talk to you in other fora, that we are incomplete without this side of the bar. We are incomplete without the advocates. We thank you. We will get opportunity to do that in the main judgment, in the reasoned judgment. But we really appreciate your input. And we were impressed, and we said this the last 3 days. I'll tell you something about that in a minute, by how deeply you believed in your clients' cases. That we think is a mark of an extremely grown legal profession. And we ask that you do not bring the bar down. You keep taking it up. In any contest of whatever nature, and even if we say there are no winners and losers, and even if we say that the winners are the Constitution and the people of Kenya, the truth is that some 6 million Kenyans will not be happy today. But that's the nature of the work we do. What we hope and hope provides your class. One side had to be into the Constitution and electoral law than the other side. That's how we saw it. We thank you very much. We, the 7 of us, have not slept. State company on Friday. I think it is showing on our faces. And we thank you that you appreciate that we work under difficult circumstances, especially because of time. As when we left you here on Friday, that we would not pick any of your calls. A lot of you called us, but we just couldn't pick your calls. And I hope you understand that we couldn't. We saw that you were trying to call us, but we just could not pick the calls. I hope you understand. And now if you allow us, again, on behalf of these 7 men and women, thank you very much for appreciating what we have to do. The countries very much for everything you're. You allow us to go home and sleep.
Thank you. The court is adjourned.
Very well, there you have it. William Samoei Arap Ruto is officially Kenya's 5th president after that win. His win was affirmed by the apex court there. They say once you've clear in anymore, where the apex court judges have cleared the 9 bushes that were standing between William Ruto and his win, and given the clean bill of health to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. While there are some issues here and there at the IEBC, yes, but that did not warrant the annulment, and they have that. The Mauritanians judges, it was a unanimous decision. All the 7 judges have upheld that win. Ray?
Indeed, yes. I was just thinking about those 9 bushes there, and there was one of the issues that rather came out, and this one we actually saw.
Yeah, indeed, William Ruto is the president-elect, and as soon as he is sworn in next week on Monday, then he officially gets into the Kenyan petition. The final orders being the presidential petition has been dismissed. The election was valid and carried out in a manner that was free, fair, and verifiable. And as you can see from the pictures on your screen live from Uasin Gishu, Yosonyeri, and Milimani, and let me correct myself there. Well, the swearing in will be next week on Tuesday. As you can see, jubilation in Nyeri. As the UDA logo there, people celebrating the win. It's not anything different from the picture above. That is in Uasin Gishu. As you can see there, people had to brave the heavy rain, the heavy downpour in Uasin Gishu to ensure that they listen keenly to one of their own, William Ruto, hailing from that county. And as I had alluded to earlier, is that all the 9 issues have been dispensed with. And talking about the technology failing and integrity verifiability, that has also been dismissed. Actually, one of the key issues that all Kenyans we were looking at is the 50+1, and from what the judges have talked about there, giving us calculated and verified reports, say that yes, indeed, William Ruto did hit the 50%+1 as required by the law, and also did the irregularities affect the final outcome? Indeed, but that did not and also they're talking about the postponement of the election in 8 electoral units. That has also been acted upon, and said it was a genuine mistake, and IEBC should have examined the template, but it was not a calculated move to suppress voters in the 8 electoral units. Another issue that has been dispensed with is whether the IEBC tallied verified results as required in Article 138.3 and 138.10 of the Constitution. Yes, indeed, they did that. Right?
Now, some of the issues there, and I'd want us to zero in on that one of the fifth, the number 5 of the issues, whether there were unexplainable discrepancies between the votes cast for the presidential candidates and other elective positions. This is an issue that has perennially been questioned whenever we've had presidential petitions. We saw this happen in 2013, we saw this happen in 2017, and also now in 2022. But now issue number 6 on the conduct, and this heavily lied on the conduct of the IEBC as the agent that was in charge, or in as far as oversight is concerned, whether IEBC carried out the verification, tallying and declaration of results in accordance with Article 138.3C and 138.10 of the Constitution. Here we had the 7-judge bench actually go further to even issue a recommendation, and I want to paraphrase there with the CJ, the Chief Justice Martha Koome, saying that there are far-reaching reforms required of the IEBC, and thus pointing at serious grievances in as far as governance of the IEBC is concerned. However, no information shows that the election was compromised, and also questioned the participation of the dissenting 4 commissioners there, questioning why they participated up until the last minute. And very curiously there, she further pointed out and said that it was a last minute, an 11th hour boardroom rapture. I'd want to bring in the views of our lawyer here, Gibson Gisore, in regard to that particular issue, the verification, tallying, and declaration of results, and the implications it has therein into the conduct of the IEBC and also the conduct of the chair. These have been adversely mentioned by the petitioners and now the judges while actually doing the pronouncement of the verdict therein. So what is your take in regard to that, Gisore?
Regina, I think first, before I go into your into answering your question, let me congratulate William Ruto the 5th, because that is now a momentous occasion for the country, because there has been an issue. We have been through this electioneering period for the longest, now that we have a president-elect, substantive.
Now, talking about a president-elect, our viewers, what you're seeing on your screens is live pictures from the current residents, their jubilation, as you can see, Kenyans celebrating now the Supreme Court there unanimously upholding the election of William Ruto as the 5th president. He's currently William Ruto president-elect. We expect that the swearing in is going to take place within 7 days after this particular judgment has been made. That makes it effectively September 13th. That is Tuesday. On your split screen there, you're having a different views there. We have a Nyeri there in celebration. We are having sights and scenes also from current residents. And we're also having pictures from Uasin Gishu County, County 2, 027 there, and in Eldoret. Seemingly a calm crowd there celebrating that particular decision by the IEBC, by the Supreme Court there upholding the election of William Ruto as president-elect. His swearing-in ceremony will be on the 13th of September, 7 days after the pronouncement there by the 7-judge bench there, led by none other than Chief Justice Martha Koome. 9 issues were brought forth, and they failed the test of time, so to speak, to have a nullification of his election there. Now, Gisore, you were giving your opinion in regard to the impact.
Yes, as I was saying, I want to congratulate William the 5th.
Now, sorry, let me interject there. Let's have a listen in to lead counsel, senior counsel, and governor-elect Siaya James Orengo there in Mani.
Are we all right? First and foremost, I want to thank our team of lawyers. As we know, we are a team of nearly 50 lawyers, and we have been working very hard for the last 14 days, this being the final day. Secondly, we want to thank our clients, the petitioner number 1, Raila Amolo Odinga, petitioner number 2, Martha Karua, and other eminent persons in this team, including senior counsel Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, for having their trust and confidence in this team of lawyers usually we are not as a some 50 years.